Life. New way of life. TV and talk radio is where to go. Best thing going is our TV show. Big Rich, Crystal Love. Yeah, right, and Dr. Renee. We had the information, we give it away. Every week we bring the truth in the TV and radio booth. New way of life. TV, new way of life. TV, feel the power by the lip. TV network.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This man, Big Rich, say we are live here at New Way of Life TV Channel Studios. What's going on? Say, I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves.
Hey, y'all, I'm your girl, Crystal Love.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Key, the Chaos Coordinator.
All right, it's Monty here.
All right. Say, this your man, Big Rich. Say, we got a special guest, Bishop Deshaun Johnson in the house. We'll hear from him a little bit later on during the show. Say, y'all know how we get started. Say, we do not endorse or oppose any other method of recovery or spiritual path. We are simply here to share our strength, experience, and hope, and the program that made us successful. All right. Say, we're not here to debate, judge, condemn any other method. We just talk about our strength, experience, and hope. All right. Say, we're going to get started, y'all. We in the new studio. We got a lot of changes being made. We got a lot of changes to the business. We got a lot of changes to the channel. We got a lot of changes going on at the network. All right. So a lot of things you see today, you may not see tomorrow because things are constantly evolving. And we have to keep moving forward. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing as an individual in my personal life and my business life. Have to keep moving forward. So saying that, talking about that, and we always talk about distractions. And a lot of times we think about distractions as a loved one passing, loss of a job change. Right. But a lot of times distractions, as we say in the fellowship, due to my inability to accept personal responsibility, I create my own problems. So when I look at distractions, what am I doing? What am I doing? Creating my own distraction. How am I, simply put, am I getting in my own way?
Of course I am. I spend a lot of time in things that I spend a lot of time on things that's probably not adding value to my purpose and my calling. That's what I feel. So I spend too much time on things like I'm big on social media, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I get lost in scrolling and scrolling. So that's not good. If I'm gonna be on social media, I need to be posting my content, commenting, networking and things like that. But I get on those reels and I get stuck in it. So but to me, that's a big distraction because I should be creating content and upselling myself, promoting myself, sharing our content, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's one big distraction that I'm trying to eliminate is less scrolling time for me. It's my biggest pet peeve right there.
The countless time that you spend in scrolling. Yeah. This season that I'm in right now is a distraction. And until I made myself aware of that, I felt like I was in this constant loop. But now that I've recognized the season that I'm in and it's sent here to serve a distraction for me, when I find myself veering off the path that I feel like I'm set forth on, I know that I'm not locked in. So this is the season of locking in. I feel like I have about 3 to 4 months left of just locking in so that I can eliminate those distractions. I feel like I need to do a better job of implementing replacement behaviors, like positive replacement behaviors. I don't necessarily have a problem with scrolling, but I do have a problem with getting lost in my thoughts. Not realizing your thoughts can send you down this rabbit hole of a point of no return. And by the time I come out of these thoughts, I'm like, man, hours have passed me by and I still haven't gotten anything done and I'm struggling with being unproductive. So I realized today, as I was making my Get Your Life Monday post, I was like, I have to lock in. I have 3 to 4 months. If I'm trying to make a change and see myself progress during this season of distraction, I have to lock in. There's no way around it.
Awesome. I love that. So, distractions, that is major because I feel that's divine. Our message here for me personally, because I did to my wife, back when I was on my live, I said, I'm at a 6-month lock in. She had brought that back up to me the other day, and I kind of like, I won't say I lost my way on it, but kind of like it wasn't the focus. But I knew I was still doing it, and I spoke it. I proclaimed it, and I made it was pretty between me and my God. And so, with that being said, I started learning. Wherever I put my focus at, that's where I grow. Anything in life. So, started putting my focus on basically me and what, like, my business ventures and my life, personal and business, is like, where am I failing at? Only me. My only responsibility is me. What am I doing to advance myself? Cut everything out and everybody out in that, and just locked in. Like my friends, they were saying, y'all was saying, hey, we didn't say you ain't fooling with us, but nothing personal, right? It was business because I had to get me straight. And so I was wondering what happened for me, might not be for anybody else, but I can be doing a lot of things, just busy work, but I'm not going nowhere with it. What am I doing? Where's me? You know what I'm saying? So like Carol was saying, so I started doing things, people, places, and things like, where does this create value in my life or does it take away? Is it valuable? And I have to audit myself, my thoughts of what I'm doing, audit myself hard, coach myself hard to say, that ain't no good for me. Keep it moving. Over here, that. So with that being said, man, things have started coming in light that are fruitful. The fruits can grow because I'm pulling the weeds. Right? What I got right there.
Yeah, it's good.
So for me, I think being too busy is a distraction. Being too busy.
Yeah, come on.
What's
Um,
Talk
Too
about it.
busy is just all over the place, right? No balance is a distraction. Having an overwhelming lifestyle is a distraction because when you're dedicated to something, you have to have balance. You have to be able to flow in what you're concentrating on. When I first became a content creator, my structure was wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I pray, I post, and it's all set up for the day, right? So that way I can go and I can focus on something else. I can get ready for work. I got to make life balance, right? So when you don't have a structured lifestyle, you have distractions.
Yes.
For me, not for none of y'all, but for me, focusing on love was a distraction. It was a distraction because the Bible says, "He that finds a wife finds a good thing." Right? If I'm working, doing what God called me to do, the man that God has for me is gonna find me doing my work. If I'm busy doing what I'm not supposed to be doing, and that's dressing myself up, trying to be out, trying to do this, trying to do it, trying to get this man to notice me, that's a distraction. My man can't find me because I'm too busy trying to find a man. You know what I'm saying? No. That was a distraction for me. Now that's not my focus. Everybody's like, "Oh, we want you to, get in the room." I don't even want to date. I don't even want to date others. Because right now I'm dedicated to becoming a multi-millionaire. I'm focused on that. I'm not worried about that and that and that. I'm right here. So when the doors start opening, the distractions drift away because my focus is here. I'm aligned. Tunnel vision is here. So when you look at life, where's your balance? If you're going to be a content creator, be a content creator. If you're going to be a writer, be a writer. If you're going to be a producer, Be a producer. But whatever it is that you're gonna do, do that. Do that. Complete that, and then go to something else. But don't try to do all of it in one session and say, I'm gonna get it done, because you're gonna overwhelm yourself, burn out, and then you get distracted.
Or exhausted.
I want to bring up. We talked yesterday, the coach name, and we talked about infrastructure, difference between growth and scale. And if I fail in this, it won't be because I've been procrastinating, I've been bullcorning, or I didn't take the time to do what it won't be because of that, because I know you can do everything correctly and still not get the desired result. So when I look at me, and I say this, and I don't apologize. Me and my wife, we talk about this all the time, right? I don't do nothing I don't want to do, I don't like to do, but I can't do that in my relationship. Because sometimes it requires me to do some things I may not want, but that's my wife. I'm married, right? But everything else can go. Everything else can go. And I say that I don't know about nobody else God. I don't know what my God on my understanding did for me. Pull me out the mud. If he can pull me out of all that mess I was in, then ain't no limits. The only limit is the limit I place on myself, right? So I don't spend 5 minutes messing with nobody who ain't going the way I'm going. I don't do it, because that's 5 minutes I could be talking to the guy that's gonna take me over the top. So people may get mad at me or what, and I really don't care, right? Because my commonwealth is me and my wife. Just like right now, the commonwealth is my commonwealth is everybody in the studio. Right? If it's a fire, I gotta say, hey, we finna sit here till the fire department come. We finna run down the staff. We finna whatever we do, but it's not Rich taking off and y'all fend for yourself. It don't. That's not the common welfare of the group, right?
Right.
So when I say that, and I know people may think it's mean or whatever, but it's not being mean. Say, and I say it all the time. If what I'm doing in my personal life, me and my wife, the job, my bit, if it's not pushing you to do better, then get from around me. Because you don't have to. I'm gonna get you from around me, and it's gonna be, hey, I love you, but you gotta go. Right? I say it all the time. Quitting drugs and quitting smoking cigarettes is the two hardest things I had to do in my life. So I can quit messing with you. It's no issue. And it's not mean or arrogant or none of it. It's not none of that. Right? I don't know what nobody else wants to be. Right? I don't know what nobody else wants to be. Content creator, producer, you want to go in a career field, you want to be the biggest savior in the world. That's fine. That's fine. But we gotta have some common ground. Right? We got to. We got to have some common ground on some things. Else it's not, then we just bumping into each other, spinning our wheels. It's not working. Time, effort, and money is being wasted.
What you think?
And money being wasted. And everybody don't get there at the same time. Right? We use the word season, we use the word season, whatever you want to call it, but everybody don't get, you might be there, and it might be 6 months for I think. Might be next week for Christmas. Might be tomorrow for Kiara get there. So we don't know. And that's why I always say, when we say in the fellowship, don't leave 5 minutes before a miracle. You don't know when your 5 minutes is gonna be. Right. So I have to keep coming back. I have to keep perfecting my craft. Right. I have to keep perfecting my craft. Keep building the infrastructure. So like we talked about yesterday, if I ain't here, the business can still run itself. If the pastor ain't there, can the church still go along? You know what I'm saying? If I go to McDonald's and it's just somebody on cashier, ain't nobody cooking a burger, I can't. I can't eat.
No Big Mac.
Say we're gonna talk about when I say we're gonna talk about relationships, I want to talk about the relationships that are going to get us first. Right. And before I get to talking about what everybody heard, because I believe in a program. I don't have two programs. I don't have church and Narcotics Anonymous. I got Narcotics Anonymous. Got one program. I got one guy. Right. Just me. Talking about nobody else. Just me. That's me. You know, go to Narcotics Anonymous, go to church. I'm going to Narcotics Anonymous. It's just me. Right. So I believe in the Narcotics Anonymous program. So when I say relationships, the relationship that's going to take me further, I always start with me. What is the relationship like with myself? Right. So for you, brother, being married, right, we have somebody else we have to look out. We gonna look out for. It's not a job, that's our assignment. You know what I'm saying? That's us. I believe it. I believe it. I'm not saying God, but I'm saying I believe it. Right? So when we look at what is the relationship that I currently have may come along later that is gonna take me further. Anybody can start.
I want to go first.
Well, I was listening to this thing today, and he was talking about this is the season that God's going to send you your destiny helpers, so to say. And I really believe that with me being in the season I'm in, because I've done all that I can do for me in the state that I'm in, the mindset that I'm in. Now I know it's time to be able to attach myself to those people who can go help me go further. I'm the one that usually helps people get where they need to be and help them arrive. But then when I look back, I'm like, well, who's pulling me? Who's taking me with them? I'm always thinking about taking everybody with me. But who can I honestly say, oh, they taking me with them? Or, hey, let me hold on to you. So I feel like this season that I've been in since August of 24, the people that I've met along the way, even including y'all, it's been those ones that I know I can hold on to and be like, all right, we've been a ride together. So if you are not aligning with where I see myself going, as you said earlier, all things must go, because I don't have 5 minutes to waste. I don't even have 2.5 seconds to waste at this point, because it's a dire need for me to be able to make this shift, because I got off path 1 and that was a hard lesson. I'm not trying to do it again. So I have to lock in and be willing to be open, because I do have a trust issue. So that level of discernment is getting ready to come in for me, because if I'm trying to go far and beyond, it's going to require me to check my heart, for me to be able to open my heart and know that, okay, I have to trust the people that God is putting on my path, because it may not necessarily look as beautiful as I want it to be, but it doesn't mean they're not serving.
It's good. So my deal is alignment and position. As I learned, my experience is a lot of times I had a lot of opportunities or doors did not open for me, but I wasn't aligned. I wasn't out of alignment. And it was times that I had opportunities and I got out of position. And my position is not, everybody can't play the same position. I have to learn that. Everybody doesn't have a capacity. That's a cold, straight up, real deal. Everybody doesn't have the capacity. And everybody don't have the capacity to accept the new you, where you're going. They want to keep you where you was at. So we wind up as a human behavior is, I'm okay because I want to run with the flock. And I'm comfortable there with the herd. But most of the times when I'm doing something odd or indifferent, that's when I'm elevating. I'm raising up. And I do a lot. My wife do a lot of study. But I know that elevation often requires separation. Yeah. So I look at the mountains. This is people like that. I look at mountains all the time, but there's a separation happening there. That mountain was the same length down here, but it was pressure, and they said something blew it, pushed it up further than the others. So how can I be on this level down here and up there at the same time? It's impossible. So with that being said, just doing a lot of introspection and soul searching here, like I told y'all last 6 months, and seeing what I want to do, because any type of business idea or a change in life takes a lot of focus and energy, and you mess around, and time is my most important unserved asset in my life. That's something I can never get back. So like Richard said, if I'm fooling around and messing around over here with something that's not serving or not the value that I need to get where I'm going, then I'm gonna still be in that little whirlwind, going around and around, chasing my tail. For what? People that don't even care whether you make it or not. They're not concerned with that. So I had to make my peace and be okay with that.
Yeah.
People. So that's why my growth has come in. It's just the focus on me and knowing where I'm going. And so as you start moving like that, guess what? The wrong people start falling off naturally.
That's good.
Naturally. And so I encourage, like I do a lot of mental coaching. I would tell people first thing is you got to change your mindset because our socioeconomic background taught us that money was evil and that a lot of money wasn't good because guess what? Our people had to be okay with being busted and broken. We didn't know about the financial system. So that made us, all of us to be in common to be okay with that because we didn't see too many that was going to elevate out. But now we got social media and all this stuff to get out and move out of the way. But it's just your mindset that said, hey, I can be indifferent and be okay with me. I don't have to match up with if you're okay with driving that bucket, or I'm not knocking anybody for what they drive or not. Your grandiose life might look like a little bitty shack on the hill with a 2004 Toyota Corolla with the pipe busted out and stuff. And you okay with that? Well, I'm okay with it too. And I have to be okay with that.
Right.
Because everybody don't want to grow.
Right.
They don't want to be with you. So keep it pushing.
Well, I say reachable and teachable. Reachable and teachable. Right? Because this is new territory for me. And it's very important that I stay on the path that I'm on. Now, I'm not saying that my path is not going to go uphill and my journey is not going to change and continue. Well, that's something that's different. It's not going to change eventually because it will. But at the moment, I'm in the learning stages. You know what I'm saying?
That role is foolish.
Yes, I'm in the learning stages, you know. So, like I have to stay on the job. It ain't no doubt about it. It ain't no crystal. You can quit now and get rich tomorrow. No, I have to stay on the job because see, the job affords me to go to school, and I have to finish school. So I can't deter from that. That's my goal. That's my academic wishes and goals that I get to make true today, right? So if I go too far off the path and think too far ahead, I might think that the grass is green on the other side. And I don't want to think that because I started something, I want to finish it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, it's funny because like I have been trying to be an author all my addiction. I've been journaling all my life, and I said I want to put all these journals together, and I'm gonna be an author, right? I'm now an author, and since March, I have created 4 books, 3 books and an ebook since March. So when I find something that I love, when I find my niche, and I find something that I love doing, you know, and so not only that. The relationships that have bonded with that, because now I've met other artists and I've had people call me to help me tweak my second book. You know, not saying something was wrong with my first book, but it did have some mistakes and mishaps in it. And so I know artists that had already published books. Her books back over there. She called me and she told me and she said, Crystal, before you publish your second coloring book, let me know so I can give you some nuggets. Okay. And the nuggets she dropped on me, I implemented them on my second book. And to me, my second book came out better than my first book. You know what I'm saying? And so I've heard my husband say this a lot, and I think I might have heard Rick say it, but I've heard other people say it too, but I definitely hear it in my household. Relationships take you farther than money. I wholeheartedly believe that. Because if you don't think money won't run out, you don't think money won't get low, you know. So I know my relationship, I want to sound selfish, but my relationship with myself must continue to grow and get better. I must continue to grow and get better with the relationship with myself, because finding out who I am and becoming my authentic self is going to bless everybody around me.
Mhm.
You know, not only me, but it's gonna bless everybody around me. You know what I'm saying? And so, and then, you know, for once, it's not the hard times that's making me, that's pushing me towards God. It's not the hard times for once. Because, you know, most of the times it'd be the hard times when the police is behind me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? When the police is behind me, when the relationship has failed, you know, those are the times that I want to get down on my knees and say, God, I need help. Please help me, God. No, it's the good times, right? Because times are good right now. It's bad ain't good, but most of all, it's good. That I find my relationship with God, my high power, whomever, when I find my relationship with God is strongest it has ever been, especially in the 7 years of recovery that I've been in recovery. My relationship is the strongest right now that it has ever been. And, you know, I don't ask him for a lot. I do more thanking him more than I do asking him, you know? And so that relationship right there, and just, you know, like when he said relationships, man, I don't even want to call out no names, you know, because it's so many relationships that's very important to me that's gonna help me get to the next level in my life right here today. And I don't even want to get caught on no names if I don't want to miss my life.
Yeah.
So I think when I look at the elements of relationship for me, because I've been through so much suffering, so much betrayal, my relationship with God is most important. When everything failed, God remained the same. And so applying pressure, even in my brokenness, was me being dedicated to what God wanted for my life over what I desired. You have to be in tune with God. And a lot of people don't have a relationship to know how to be in tune with God. But it don't take much. And I noticed that people will invest more in people than they will in the Savior. The Bible says, man will fail you, but God will never leave you. So if man will fail me, I ain't focusing on this. I'm focusing on what's going to sustain me. Because what I have learned through my seasons of brokenness is that if I would not have been so much available to everybody else, I could have been attentive to what God was trying to do for me. But because I wasn't listening here, and I was listening here, and because I wasn't allowing him to do what he said he was going to do, I was trusting people to do what they said they were going to do. I got hurt in the process. I built people who left me. Left me. And what did I have to do? Go back and get rebuilt. But you don't learn it overnight. Okay? It's a process. And you have to endure the process. It's painful. The pruning is pruning. Okay? I feel like a squeezed orange sometimes. And I'm like, God, just let me up for air. And he said, but if I let you up for air, you won't come out like the diamond I need you to be. I need you to stay in the fire. I know what it looks like. I know you see everybody moving. I know you see everybody winning. I know you see everybody getting what you say you want, but stay in the fire. Stay in the fire and trust me. But not only does he tell you to stay in it, he gets in it with you. So when you learn that a relationship is not based on people, it's based on purpose. Do you align with my purpose? If you don't align with my purpose, you're a distraction. And if you're a distraction, you're a disaster. So I gotta stay connected to the source. This is my Wi-Fi. Because wherever I go, he gotta go. So I'm mindful when I connect with people. What's the purpose? What's the purpose? Write the vision, make it plain.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful that we got this big old guy, and I get to have a relationship. my own relationship.
Yeah.
Not past relationship, grandmama relationship. Mama, I get that own relationship with this big old, wonderful, loving and caring God who have restored me to some forms of sin. I ain't always saying. Ain't always saying, right? But I got clean, I find out, man, it's whole new forms of insanity. But you forgot you still like spending money you don't pay. Right? Right? That's insanity. Right?
Said that point.
Yeah. This Richard today done took Richard far as he can go. I gotta be a better Richard tomorrow. Rich today, I done took me far as I can go today. I got to be a better Richard tomorrow. Right? This ain't gonna get no further. Right? And see, what's gonna kill me is what has always killed me. And what will still kill me, being clean all this time and being in recovery. And yes, I do go to church. You know, I just had to think the first choice, but I don't go. You know what? But I'm a lot of myself first. That's what's gonna always kill me. This relationship is good for me. This car is good for me. This money is good for me. These people, I'm a lie to myself first before I do anything. Before I lie to you or anybody, I'm gonna lie to myself first.
Yeah.
People say, man, this calling God. Yeah, just a calling. But Alice is always the assignment.
Come on. Okay, no.
Until they throw dirt on one of us. She the assignment. Or some other assignments. You know, the assignment when her brother passed. I had another assignment to support my wife, right? The assignment when we were getting married, right? The assignment, she just called me by today. She want to go out Father's Day with me and her dad. Another assignment, right? My calling ain't changed. Just the assignments just keep coming. The assignments keep coming, right? They just keep coming. And Mike, you said something, and I made me think, Mom, you said it, you just told the truth. I just thought back through all my school years, through all stuff. Nobody taught me how to get rich. Nobody taught us that. They said, go to school, get this, get a good job, be a good person. Nobody said, this is how you get rich. And I'm not blaming nobody for that. We can go on and say the system kept black people down, whatever, all that. But that means all black people poor and all black people didn't grow up poor. Right? I just didn't learn. Or if there was an opportunity that came along, I missed it. Right? I missed it somewhere. But as I think back when you said it, man, nowhere, there was nobody saying, hey, come on, man, let's go put you over with these other smart people like you and teach you how to get rich. Right? So I had to learn that on my own. Right? So, and I look at that and I'm like, man, this is a great journey. But I still get an opportunity as long as I stay clean to get there. And then,
That's right.
And then
Get there, yeah.
when I
That's right.
apply the principles of our program to my life, I got to follow the example of somebody who came before me and did it. I can't do this and I ain't talking to nobody in TV business. I can't. I'm not gonna succeed.
Right.
I'm not gonna succeed. I have to be able to talk to somebody. I have to talk to somebody who know how to operate a camera. Right? Then when I want to talk to God, if I'm not sure, I pray, well, maybe I do need to talk to an apostle or a bishop or a pastor. Because man, what's Lord Brown? I'm saying it, And somebody just said, no, we just talk to him. Like I talk to everybody.
Yep.
So I might need somebody to tell me that. So one thing I keep saying, good is not good enough.
Yeah.
See, I walk around here all day. We walk around here all day telling everybody how good we are. Anybody will listen, tell them how good I am. Let me tell you something. When you're great, they tell you. When you're great, they'll tell you. Michael Jordan don't walk around saying how good he is. They tell them how great he is. Tom Brady, they tell him how great. People in bed, they tell them how great. They ain't got it. Richard, do the work. Need the outcome of that.
Yeah.
Stay out of God's business.
Anyway.
If you can do that at least 75% of the time, Bishop, you might just stay out of God's way. And then you know what I found out too? God's like, okay, you didn't get it through all the years of addiction and misery. Let me show you again. And I'll relapse. For not being humble, not being grateful. The same thing that had me ruin the first life. Right? And I say it all the time, I don't consult Alice all the time on business shit. I tell her, we have some stuff about that. And it has nothing to do with me disregarding her. I want to make that perfectly clear. It has nothing to do with me disregarding her. But somebody told me, man, God gave that to you. God gave that to you. But she's still the assignment.
Yeah.
She's always the assignment. You know what I'm saying? You know, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Am I always the same?
Don't start in with you.
No, she's not.
Is that Christmas?
I'm just trying to look up under my dress shirt.
Hey y'all, welcome back, welcome in. Here's our host, Big Rich
Hey y'all, we're back and we got Bishop
Jones.
Johnson in the house. What's going on, Bishop?
What's going
What's going on, man? What's going on there at Romine Avenue Baptist Church? Baptist Church, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll call it Baptist.
Baptist, okay.
Let's
Yeah.
call it Baptist.
Yeah. Might well be Baptist.
Yeah, it might well be Baptist.
Yeah.
Might well be Baptist.
Yeah. So what's been going on, man? It's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. God has been doing big things.
Mhm.
He's been blessing tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, just got back from San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And God is blessed there, and so we've been growing a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
doing a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, God is still good.
All right.
He's still good.
Okay. I want to throw some questions out. A couple questions. As human beings, I was watching this. And says we're hardwired for self-preservation. Self-preservation. Push come to shove. If I can't get you out the fire, well, I'm out. Yeah.
Right.
You know, exactly.
Right.
You know, I mean, that's just, but, and they dude was talking about that's tied to our self-interest, not selfishness, not being self-centered, but my self-interest. Does me helping you suit my self-interest? Right? Right. So on the mission, in this journey, right? My self-interest, right? I ain't talking about you have a plan. Yeah, I'm here to check that. Myself, okay. Myself, does it really helping you when we look at different situations? My self-interest, right? My self-interest, right? You know, just like we go do anything, man. Me personally, I'm gonna go to Walgreens before I go to the dollar store. Myself, I don't want to mess around here. My self-interest. What's the benefit to me of doing anything? Anybody? So
I mean, I think when you look at the self-interest part of it, it's more so, are you getting back what you're putting out?
exactly.
Are you really getting back what you're putting out? Because if you're pouring out and you're not getting anything back, then you're now a wasted product. And I say that with respect, right? Because I think we all have a genuine heart. I think we all want to see everybody win. But at the end of the day, if we're busy looking to see everybody else win, who's looking to see and make sure we win? Who's taking role and accountability to say, Richard poured out an enormous amount this month. Who got it on the back end? Because now he needs the rest. You know, Crystal, you walked a fine line this month. Well, who got it on the back end? If we don't have that pouring evenly, somebody's coming up short. And that's always. Somebody's coming up short. And it doesn't benefit you in the end. So you got to look at it. If I'm connecting with you, what am I gaining? What are we really gaining doing what we're doing? We can go out here and we can bring all the people into the studio, right? We can bring them in here. Some of them may be beneficial, some of them may be garbage. We got to ring them, we got to vet them, we got to do all of that. But at the end of the day, where's the value? Where's the value? Because time is only so much. It's only so much. But if everybody's not doing the part to make it what it needs to be, then in the end, you come up short. Self-interest.
I think I agree with Apostle.
That's Dr. Debate.
Oh,
Wow.
I agree with Dr. Renee. Dr. Renee. And I think, and I had this conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and I told him, and I said, I think the problem with a lot of us is that we putting our oil in wrong containers. In wrong containers. A lot of us think that, you know, just because they haven't made here, does not, or it could benefit to them just because they're here or they're there. When really, if the truth be told, that may not be what God would have you to connect to or have you connect with.
Right.
I was reading a story in the Bible, Richard, concerning Naaman and how Naaman was a great man of great stature, great character. He was a man of warrior, all that type of stuff. But the Bible says, but he was a leper. And if you ever do the history on leprosy, leprosy was a contagious disease that was connected by long, continuous contact.
Hold on. Naaman, he wanted to go see who? Isaiah, right?
Yeah.
And Isaiah told him, see, I hold on, man. Hold on. Go ahead.
And so I think a lot of us we forfeited our destinies by connecting with long or having long continuous contact with contaminated people.
Stop this. That's bishop. That sounds like some bishop right there.
We've had too many. I can't speak for nobody else, but I know there's been a lot of times where I've missed seasons in my life because I was connected with long, continuous people that was contagious with stuff that they didn't want to get delivered from, that they didn't want to get free from. So therefore, therefore, you know, I wasted my oil on substance that God did not ordain, which caused me a setback every time. And that's where you talked about the Monty earlier concerning alignment. You know, when you're not aligned with God, your vision becomes blurred. And you start seeing the natural for the natural instead of having the discernment to see the spirit in the natural. You know, because once you start seeing that spirit in the natural, that'll determine your movement. That'll determine your movement.
Yeah, it's similar to what I'm sitting over here thinking, like, what lens am I looking through? You know what I'm saying? Because I know I know in my addiction I was looking through beer goggles. You know what I'm saying? I was looking through other lenses, you know what I'm saying? Today, you know, like Richard said, being restored to some sanity, not all, because I'm sure there's a lot of areas in my life that a lot of areas in my mind, let me say, not life, a lot of areas in my mind that still have some insanity thinking. Because I'm not 100% healed, and I will never be recovered, right? I would never be recovered. This is, for me, ongoing process of learning and healing and growing, you know, and then repeating that all over again, learning, healing, and growing, you know. So if I'm steady looking at what's shining, right? If I'm steady looking at the outside, you know, for me, it's like going to the casino, right? I want to get on a game that's the loudest. They got the most lights. And that's how we tend, well, that's how I tend, I'm going to say we, people in general. That's how we tend to look at things. What's shiny, what's loud, and what's the brightest. And in the end, I end up choosing something that does not align with me, something that does not bring me value, and something that does not add to my purpose.
Well,
Mine is on a bit opposite from that because, see, mine is what keep me bogged down is choosing what doesn't have value. And I've been through that before and I've seen it and I know it. And the Spirit of God has told me and showed it to me loudly and clearly, but I go ahead and do it again anyways.
Mm.
So what I do is I wind up helping, and I'm taking this from the spiritual to the physical to the carnal man, is most of the time for me, reach down, help those that come on the knee in woe. That's where the knife comes from. To my back. The knife never come in your face. Come from the back. So God has showed me this, that make sure you look at all corners. Consult me before you take on this as inner circle. You see, I look at my wife love watching the Kings and Queens movies, but I look at those movies and they have a very deep meaning in it. They have an underlying meaning.
mm-hmm.
Meaning to get to the king,
Mm-hmm.
that was special. You didn't come through those gates just because.
Mm-hmm.
You said, hey, I know the king, I need to talk to him. The queen, my girl, that's my girlfriend. They have some checkpoints.
Yeah.
Checkpoints. As a matter of fact, it's a moat and a big old doors before you can get to the king. Get it. So why devalue the king? Said it was if he didn't keep that value up, then he just became a common person. And so people trample over common things.
Mm-hmm.
People forget about it. And it's a sad, but it's a reality to that. When my doors are open, I mean anybody can come through. That's what I've learned.
Mm-hmm.
So I shut them doors, and I've learned that most people can't do. Human beings is we can't sit with our stuff silent, alone inside of ourselves and be okay. We got to be busybody. But this for me, moving around, out this, jumping on the social media and all this, but this, that, like I said, my time and focus is my most valuable, underserved asset in life today. Mm-hmm. If I don't recognize that and check it in, because it's easy to slip by, because these corporations, they pay big money to steal my focus and my time.
Mm-hmm.
They got big money and big psychologists and big, you know what I'm saying, people that have successfully, they know what's going to pull me in. Mm-hmm. And the bing, 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 I'm at work, and I had to turn my phone down because I got businesses. And I've told people in business that, hey, when I'm at work, because first I was like, get that job, get this money. But now I need to keep this because that's an asset to this right now in this season. Mm-hmm. So I need to be able to focus, keep this, hold this down. But I had to come to some focus. It didn't just come up.
Yep.
I had to go inside and say, what is the value of this and that?
Right.
Yeah.
And I understand that. And y'all hit around here because I got a brain, I got a mind, I got some thinking that tell me everybody is my enemy, especially if it goes against my self-interest. And that's a fine line for an addict like me. You know what I'm saying? That's a fine line. So it'll tell me it's always with the people close to me. It'll tell me in my own household, the enemy tell me, man, she against you. Woman who ain't never did that, but it'll tell me that, because she just did something that I ain't used to seeing, or she ain't never did before, or something like that, or she been doing it, and I just see it. She trying to get me. Same thing with the world around me. They trying to get me, right? So when I look at myself, it's like we were saying, when my loyalty, how does that benefit me? Being loyal to this person, place, or thing, right? It has to be a benefit to me. It's just not, okay, well, you said it, it's good enough. No, it's not. I need some substance behind it. And I keep going back, in our literature. It says we carry the message, not the edit. And that's in pro. How that applies in my real life. I just real. How that applies in my life is I can't carry people who never want to get up and walk on their own. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And then along with that, I have to tell myself, like, well, my sponsor's fond of saying, Richard, how long it take you to get it? How long it take you to get it? So now I got to let them make it. right? I be sitting up here saying, man, that's some stupid stuff. But Rich, how much stupid stuff you done? You know, dumb. Well, Rich, how much dumb stuff you done did? You know, and I always have to ask myself 4 questions. 4 questions. Have I ever done it? Have I thought about doing it? Am I capable of doing it? And am I currently doing it? If I answer yes to any of them questions, I got to let you make it. Right? But one of the things myself, I keep about getting rich. Not just getting rich, having a good life, right? And we always talk about adding stuff. And I found out it's about subtracting stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And one of the first things I found out I had to subtract was those comfort friendships.
Mhm.
Friendships that are not serving me any purpose. And I say it all the time. You know, don't mean somebody ain't a good old boy, good old girl, good old person, but spending an hour with somebody that's not serving me, that was an hour I could have spent with somebody who's going to take me to the next level.
Yeah.
I don't apologize for that. I believe it because the guys who I see who are financially successful, who have the good, so-called good life, whatever, that's what they did. You know, that's what they did. You know, John Hope Bryant, one of the guys I listened to, and he said, people be mad at rich people. And he said they be mad at rich people because they'll see them with a bucket, or they'll see them with a maid or a driver. He said rich people spend a whole lot of money on that because that's something they ain't got to do. That frees them up to make more time, to make more money. That's why. And he said, yeah, I got a driver, but I do drive myself. And he was just making the point. I need that time. And that's how I changed my mindset. I changed my mind. And this is funny. Just like, we gonna get this new house and we were talking about, she was like, baby, we gonna get a 4 or 5 bedroom. I said, all depends what you come to clean it up. It's just the truth. Or we gonna have to get a maid.
Yeah.
Cause we too busy. We too busy. We gonna be too busy. I'm not cleaning up. What I'm sitting up and say, oh baby, I'll get it downstairs. That'll be a lie. I'm gonna clean up nothing. Man, we need to get I can't even say, well, I'll be in trouble about that. Oh, sis. Man, boy. So but gratitude. I looked at the definition of gratitude is one of the definitions. Being content with what you have. I'm content. I'm not lacking nothing. That's the highest form of gratitude. Of course, I ain't reached that. Because I always want something. I don't care if it's just 15 more minutes sleep. Because I'm saying I'm not grateful for the sleep I got. That's what I'm saying. So, am I content? Let's put a percentage on it. What's the percentage of my contentment?
I think a lot of us is
I'm talking about, okay, let's take away the material stuff. I ain't talking about getting a new car, a new place, a new clothes. Let's take that away. What's my percentage on my gratitude? Let's take away the material stuff.
I think some of us, not all of us, it's maybe about 85% content. We leave the rest for material stuff, but we're content in our own attitude, our own disposition, our own thoughts. And it's not to say that there's a wrong or right, but the Bible says that there's a way that seemeth right to a man, but then there is a way of death. Sometimes we content we get too content in something that causes our own detriment. That causes our own detriment. You know, we get content in, you said not material stuff. So I'm an ex material stuff. So like for instance, a lot of us, particularly in church, we content with a platform. We're content with a platform and with a pulpit and with a title, but we're not content with changing our character. We're content with getting the pat on the back.
You preach that. Listen.
right. That right there. But what if they don't like your sermon? What if? What if? Are you content in what God gave you? Even if it didn't please the people. You know, because the percentage of your life, you're not gonna please everybody.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Ain't trying.
You're not. You're not. No matter how much you do, and really, it's a whole lot of work. Right. It's a whole lot of work. My forehead line is backwards because because I spent most of my time being content with trying to please folks, trying to make folks happy, trying to do this for them, do that for them, and all that type of stuff. If I was wrong in certain areas, then I try to correct that, and then that wasn't good enough. Then next thing, and so, but a lot of us, we miss the whole factor of looking our own selves in the mirror, looking our own selves in the mirror, and saying, okay, you're content with having this, but something is derailing you. As a matter of fact, Donald Lawrence and Leandra Johnson wrote the song, Lord, deliver me, for all I seem to do is hurt me, hurt me, hurt me, hurt me. You know, and we good at pointing fingers. We good. We good with that. But when was the last time that we recognized the other three that was pointing back? You know, and I think that one of the things that God had to teach me was that if I can't cut you, I can't trust you. I have to cut the pride off you. I have to cut the bitterness off you. I have to cut the egotism off you. I have to cut all of the stuff that you think that is benefit to you. You know, because if you said something, and I'm done with this, but it took me back to my message on Sunday when I talked about Naaman and how it wasn't Naaman that wrote his own story. It was another writer that wrote about Naaman and said, but he was a leper, as if to say that all of his accomplishments was wiped out because of one issue.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Because that word but, we always have a tendency to use that one word. But you did this. You know,
I went to.
But you did that. I get it, you're a great guy, but you cheated. You know, I get it, you're a great person, you know, but yeah, you know, and so, you know, but I had to take into consideration. I had to take it into consideration myself, and you know, tell myself that, you know, people's rejection could be God's selection.
Come on, bud.
Well, mine, man, more of a the percentage. I like that. Go back. Good question. I'll be honest, mine is between, the number was good, between 75 and 85. I'm on a sliding scale with that athlete. And I know that then I put that in Jesus' hands because he's the only one that was perfect. So I guess I kind of let myself off the hook there. But because I know that's the perfect man. My opinion, you know, faith, man, faith. So that's what a lot of times where I'll be like, okay, am I doing this good? Or then I heard a person today when I do an inventory of myself that day, or more of I like to even use, I audit myself. Then was it, like I said, was it value, some value in that relationship, or did I treat somebody wrong that day? Then I start, like, I'm not grateful and stuff. And every few days, I like to try to say something I'm grateful for her here lately. You know, like I said, I've been having my nose shoulder to the grind. And some days, this is where the beauty is. It's beauty sometimes in the struggle. Because this was my strength. This is what makes me.
Yeah.
Because that's like you said, the fire.
Yeah.
Getting tested by the fire, right? So when I come out the fire, it ain't nothing that can really bother me if I'm in still got my spiritual eyes and ears on. Because I'm telling you, the spirit let me know that there we go again. We've seen this. I've seen it. I won't say the word, but I've seen that before. I've seen that spirit. It might be a familiar spirit, even coming from me. I've seen that spirit before. I don't want that spirit to well back up. Put that back in check. And that's my, you know what I'm saying? There. And then sometimes I go there. You know, just being a human being. Let myself off the hook. But I think it's important, like I said, I think it's important to audit yourself and audit your circle. Like all this, like even with Bishop and Brandon was saying, Richie, you know, audit your circle. Because we are humans, and we are inherently social creatures. Just like food, social. So, do I think that every social circle is good for me? Do I think that would take some wisdom there and some insight to figure that out? And these 59 years, I believe so. Experience. So, with that being said, so I wind up learning how to navigate these different social shifts that I know that if I go over into this mall, they don't act a certain way over there. I don't know how to navigate that in a healthy way for me to make it to the next level. And I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna act a different way at the police station. If I go down there, I know a friend. I might have a friend at work for the police. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna act a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, not gonna be holier than thou and all that stuff.
Right.
But it's a certain way I gotta act that. I just it's just common where it comes and not even common to my wife's side. You know, common sense. When I was in college, the professor said he was very profound black man. And he said, you know, common sense just like that darn common. And I heard that the first day in that class at the university. I was like, oh, that's very strange.
Right.
Well, my percentage of being content. Yeah, I agree with everybody. Probably between 75, 80, 85, you know, or maybe even less than that because, yeah, I'm grateful. I can be more grateful. I'm loving. I can be more loving. I'm kind. I can be kinder. You know, I'm nice. I can be nicer. I'm giving. I can be more giving. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I don't look at myself as Krista, you're not doing enough a lot of times. Maybe sometimes, but not a lot of times. Because you know, that's to me, that's just like that'll take me on a whole nother spiral. You know, if I feel like I'm not doing enough, then I'm gonna feel like I should be further along. And I don't want to feel like that. I just don't. I hear that enough from people, and I see what that does to people when they go to thinking that they should be further along in life. And my gratitude comes in because I'm grateful where I am, because where I am is where I've never been before, right? Again, this is uncharted territory that I'm living in. I've never lived this life before. I've never done these things before. So for that, God, I am grateful of the life that I get to live today, the life you have blessed me with, and the second chance of life that you have blessed me with. I'm truly grateful for that, you know. And so, but I know that I need to pour more into. That's what I feel. I feel like I need to pour more into my goals. I need to pour more into my studies. I just need to pour more into, like I have the tendency to do the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Because the bare minimum gets me by. You know what I'm saying? So I have the tendency to do the bare minimum. And so I'm changing that mindset, especially with the new job that I'm embarking on, the new career path, with the job I'm on that I'm embarking on. I'm getting out of doing the bare minimum because it's only me. So I don't have a fallback person. You know what I'm saying? I don't have another person that can pick up my slack. I am the slack, and I must complete it. I must do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning in that area as well. But yeah, man, like I hear y'all, and I do. That's why I love diversity, because I hear y'all, and so about the relationships, and and the people that can take us so far, and the people that's draining us, and I'm a firm believer of people will show you who they are. People will show you who they are. You know what I'm saying? And so I just stay awake to that, because you don't get too many chances to show me who you are. You don't get too many chances to show me who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you're not my husband, you're not in my close circle. If you're not a close family member, and I mean sibling, you know what I'm saying? You don't get too many times to show me who you are before I ain't gonna cut you off. You just gonna look up one day and be like, hey, Chris ain't calling me. Hey, Chris ain't returning a text message. They don't see none of Crystal content, then she blocked me. You're gonna look up one day, and then what you did have access to, you're not gonna have access to no more. You're not gonna have access to no more.
So I think when we look at a percentage, the human side of me will say I'm 100%. 100%. The physical side of me would say that 100% is broken down. I'm 20% on one end, and I'm 80% on another. And the reason why I have this split, my life is always split. Am I really grateful for the sufferings? Am I really grateful for the pain? Am I really grateful for the losses? Or is it just I'm grateful for the wins? Where am I really grateful? Right? Because when you look at relationships, right? When you look at business, when you look at family, when you just look at life, we have a lot to be grateful for. But we also are simply ungrateful. We're ungrateful by nature. We're just ungrateful people.
Yeah.
Because the things that we thought we deserved that God took from us, that bothers us. We find ourselves asking God, why? Why?
And then,
Why? Why did the marriage not work? Why did my kids turn out on drugs or in gangs or, what? Why Pookie have to die like that?
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Why the business?
Yeah. You right.
Yeah.
Because you said that these were the promises for me. But God, I'm broken. So I'm not grateful for that. I'm not grateful. I'm grateful that you keep giving me the opportunity to wake up and do something over again. Restoration. That's what I'm grateful for. That's what makes up my 80%. I get another day to do what I failed at.
Yeah. Try again.
The last day.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. Because my steps are continually being ordered by God. I'm grateful for that. Even though I sit high, I know he looks low.
Mhm.
And he has to constantly remind me, I come to give you life more abundantly. It's okay, Puddin, get up.
And go ahead, Puddin.
It's okay, Puddin, get up.
That's how you put it.
Puddin,
Yeah.
I ain't Puddin.
Putting.
I ain't Puddin. Because when you have a relationship,
Right.
he'll call you a lot of things.
Yeah.
But he needs to get your attention.
Mhm.
But see, and I say that because I just came out of a very heavy brokenness.
Mhm.
And I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to be around. But I heard that voice. Hey, look,
Mhm.
it's your dad.
Get up.
Get up. Come talk to me.
Mhm.
Tell me about your problem. Tell me about your troubles.
Yeah.
And let's see if we can get you back in rotation.
I agree. I agree with all that. You know, my gratitude starts with staying clean. You know, staying clean. It tells me we stay grateful to the program. Keep coming in clean, but stay clean. Every day. I'm grateful because that's not by accident.
Yeah.
It takes some work.
Mhm.
You know, it takes work, and then staying connected to the source of my power. And then I say that, and I don't even talk to him. I don't get up in the morning and talk to him about it. Sometimes, I'm on my way to work. Oh man, I ain't tell God thank you today. Oh Lord, don't start it out, man. Oh please don't break the truck. Yeah. But I'm grateful. So I forget where you could have been getting out of bed, tripped on the sheet, bust your head against the dresser, and it's over with.
Yeah.
It's over with, right?
Mhm.
So I'm grateful that I do get a chance, like Brandon was talking about, like we all said, to make it right or go back.
Yeah.
And I said that on the percentage thing, and everybody hit it right on me because when I look at gratitude, I just look at just the principle of the act of being grateful. You know what I'm saying? Maybe let me say that's 75. And it starts with, as long as I keep getting better, everybody else get to enjoy the benefits of a better ritual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause ain't no pats on the back.
Yeah.
Boy, Richard, boy, you great today. No, I don't get that in this God-given thing. I don't get that. Richard, you the president now of our circle, of our association. You the right now, cause right, but I do, just like at home, right? I have to be the leader. I said the leader, not the boss. I'm not the boss. She not the boss, right? I commonwealth her, right? And all the time, like I said, it's not perfect. We're not looking for perfection. Ain't nothing perfect. I'm not looking for perfection. We go to when it come down to it, we get back to right there. It might be a day of not speaking. No. It might be, but we get back to right there because man, my program's so cold. I say my program, but deep program. Because it teaches me autonomy. She's a person. You're a person. You're a person. I mean, you got the right to make decisions for yourself. I can't tell Bishop what to do. Bishop don't work for me, and you're not a slave, and you're not a robot, right? So autonomy. You have autonomy to do what you want. And as long as I remember that, I'm talking to another grown human being, even a child, right? You got the right to make decisions for yourself. And you know what? You make the decision, you got the right to change your mind. You got the right to change your mind. Yeah, Rich, I'll be there. 2 minutes later, nah, Rich ain't gonna be there. Somebody else came up.
Okay,
That's your right. That's your right. And I can't be swallowed about that. And that's the growth. That's the growth. It takes some growth.
Yeah.
Right? Because a long time ago, what you mean you ain't doing it my way?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, messed up. You You know what I'm saying? Now I know, well, you got the right.
Yeah.
You got the right. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I keep going, because that's my primary purpose, to keep growing spiritually.
Yeah.
That's my primary purpose, to keep growing spiritually.
Mhm.
And I ain't gonna never get perfect. But I know next week, somebody will be saying, "Hey, Rich, man, I said that. Damn, the floor the hinges. Now you flipping on come, you know what I'm saying? And we just get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we get better.
And I'm
That's
just
right.
grateful. Man, I'm just grateful for everything, everybody, for that. I was gonna say that woman of mine at home, but my wife, because she probably think, and I'm gonna say this, y'all, she probably think I don't listen to her, but listening is an art.
It is.
I'm always listening.
It is.
I'm always listening. She probably think I did, and I just be sitting there. Hey, yeah. Oh no, I heard you. And sometimes, y'all, I'll be a butt. Sometimes. You know, I'll be a butt. You know what I'm saying? I'll be a butt. Man, what you say? But I'm always, I'll be a butt. Sometimes I might just like starting something.
Tell the truth.
Sometimes I just like starting something. Let me just start. Sometimes I just like starting something. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. Say.
I didn't get hit by that car. I'm laying on that bus ride.
That on the
I ain't got no ticket.
That on the power.
She wouldn't even buy me a ticket on that bus.
Hey man, and it's just great because when I say that, you see, I said, well, y'all already knew Alice. Well, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all met her, you know what I'm saying? And y'all got to meet her. And see, y'all seen her, y'all met her. Y'all see me all the time, boy. And maybe sometime, it'd be like, well, but you know what? What's so funny? You know what? I didn't even have to ask for it.
Yeah.
But I did ask for it and say what? I'm grateful God gave it to me.
Yeah.
I asked for that. I asked for that and God gave it to me.
Yeah.
Now he gave it to me. Say God. Hey, Lord. Hey, man.
You remember them old men?
Yeah.
You remember them old men you say? You know what I say now?
Yeah.
A lot of things you get older, parents get smarter.
Yeah.
Like the old people said, so this is what I say will be in difference now, and I walk off of things don't work out the way I wanted it to. So I say, we'll go with balls. We'll go with balls.
Yeah.
So just different.
Yeah.
Just accept, I accept that. One more. Ain't no understanding. Do that more. Put your distress code.
Come on, Chris. Give us Hope Shot shout out.
Hope shot is shout out. Oh, my hope shot is that you never give up. You never stop trying. You never, if you get knocked down, don't stay down. Get back up, because you can always get back up. You heard us talk about that tonight, how you can change your mind, you can change your path, you can change your direction, you can shift it, you can do all of that. You do not have to continue to do the same thing you can do, because I know if you're looking at me, you're looking at a miracle. And if God did it for me, he'll show enough do it for you.
Right. My whole shot is that you invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and find yourself and ground yourself so you can go to the heights and levels of life that you want to be in. Don't let anybody or anything hold you back. Just make that step.
Okay, neither one of y'all did a shout out.
Oh yeah. My shout out is the hope. Matter of fact, first night back on the podcast with the family, glad to be on the big podcast.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
TV
be
show.
your last time.
I don't want to be disrespectful. It's just when I see tripod, I'm just built like that. When I see tripod, my mind just say podcast.
Yeah.
But I know it's TV. So no disrespect to New Way of Life TV show.
Yeah.
And glad to be here. And just shout out to everybody that's been supporting this show my Richard, my wife, all the family, and everybody, Kiara, and myself, OMG Ventures, back up in here with that financial advice and helping you get funded. I want to shout out to everybody who support me. Y'all have been jumping on my lives, all that good stuff. That's all right with the promo. Okay.
Yeah.
Send me a
Family, I tell you, the word fam.
I caught it. So we touched on a lot of things on tonight, and I just want to reiterate on some things. So we talked about seasons, and I think it's important for people to know that even with relationships work in season and out of season. Faith works. Faith works. So as long as you have faith, you are able to work in season and out of season. We also talked about what else did we talk about? Oh my God, I just my brain's just distractions, right? So when you look at the distractions, there's a saying that milk does the body good, right? What if you're lactose intolerant?
Right.
Milk does the body good,
Yeah.
but what if you're lactose intolerant? Right? It don't fit you, right? So you gotta find a milk that fits you.
Yeah.
You gotta find a milk
That fit you.
that fits you.
Right.
What the hell for me? And the only reason why I'm using this analogy, right, is because you don't become stronger just by supplements. You gotta find what fits you. That's what makes the body work. In season, out of season. Avoid the distractions and find what makes the body work.
My big shout out is to Rich, and to this TV show, and to, I ain't gonna call it Pastor, not Dr. Renee, Dr. Renee and Crystal and her husband and Kay over there. And to everybody that's watching, I want to encourage you, in order for you to progress in your next season, you got to stay empty. Stay empty. Most of the time, many of us ask God to fill us when we already full. And most of the time, God can't fill us if we already full. Get to a posture and get to a place in your life where you get before God and say, God, empty me so you can fill me again. Many of us are broken, busted and disgusted, suffering with loss, suffering with depression, anxiety, mental health is real. And, and then we got a White House that's acting crazy and everything else, and all that type of stuff. So you got to get in a position where you got to stay empty. Empty of pride, empty of selfishness, empty of bitterness, empty of unforgiveness, empty of low self-esteem. And you gotta get to a season. Get to a season that once you get empty, shut the door and have a closed door meeting with you and your future.
Right.
Shut the door and have a closed door meeting with you and your future. If other people in your life can't see your future, exit them out. Boom. Shut the door and have a meeting with you and your future. Get to a season in your life where you're gonna have to tell folks, I ain't got time to hang out because I got a mission with me and my future. You gotta have that meeting with you and your future. Watch God take you to higher heights and deeper depths that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of men, things that God has in store for you.
Right. I want to share something. I would start my thinking. I have to change my thinking. If I want to do something new, I want something I have to do something. And I keep saying, we keep hearing, I see it out there. I want to elevate. And I won't need everybody to do this. I want everybody to think about this. I want everybody to think about their debit card. I want everybody to think about their debit card. and think about your last 10 purchases. And which one of them purchases was about your elevation? Which one of them purchases was about your elevation? See, and see, the proof is always in the pudding.
Yeah.
We can talk a good game, but the proof is in the pudding. Look at your last 10 purchases, and which one of them purchases was about your elevation, about you elevating to a better life, about you elevating in your business, about you elevating in your household, about you elevating personally. See, that'll tell the story. That's where the chaff and the wheat. that's where it separates right there. See, I can talk all that all day long, but all I gotta do is look at them last 10 purchases I made. That's all I gotta do. So if my last 10 purchases ain't changed from last month, my last 10 purchases, from the first of the month before that, my last 10 purchases, then I ain't elevated. I'm just talking a good game. Right? And that's where we have to change our mindset. Because we just talked about tonight. We've been taught that all our life. Do good in school, get a good job, have a career. Now, if I want to elevate to something different of that, or even in the career path I chose, I still have to change my mindset. Right? I still have to do that. Right? Because you didn't come in as a bishop, did you? Okay. You didn't come in as an apostle. Okay. Right? So I had to change my mind on the calling, along with the calling God put on my life. Right? But the assignment is the same. Proof is always in the pudding. Right? Always. Yeah. Pudding. Say, man, this Big Rich, y'all. Say, we finna get up out of it. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Why you hating on good stuff?
Yeah.